It is game day as the Minnesota Wild head to the Lenovo Center to take on the Carolina Hurricanes. Minnesota heading into the game 24-11-4. Carolina heading in 23-13-2 after just taking down the defending Stanley Cup champions 3-1. We're going to take a look at some of the key players to watch for the Minnesota Wild. Matt Boldy having a hot start to the season with 31 points through 39 games. Kirill Kaprizov will be out for this game, so his name will not be mentioned at this point, but he would be one of those three key players. But looking at the other two guys, Marco Rossi, 39 games played, 33 points. He's having himself a really good season. And then Brock Faber on the back end with 20 points through 39 games. The young defenseman kind of having a little bit of a sophomore slump in comparison to last year, but we know how diverse and how good he can be on both ends of the ice. So wanted to make sure that we are looking out for him. But I'm going to pass it over to you guys. What are you guys seeing out of this Minnesota game? What does Carolina need to do to be successful?
I think the biggest thing for me is, since Kaprizov is probably going to be on the shelf for this one, is Minnesota's going to have to come at you by committee. And I think we just need to get to our forecheck early and get traffic and create havoc in front of Gustavsson, because he is so good. And I think that's going to be the key to the game is if we can get to our game early, like we did in Florida, and really create chaos in front of their net, because they don't have their star player, or they won't have their star player. We need to take advantage of that. And I think that's going to be the biggest thing to the game.
Yeah, I think overall, just getting on the play exactly like you played against Florida. I think just bring the nastiness, bring just the edge that you just want to win at all costs, no matter what. So I think if they bring that same attitude, they definitely are going to come out on top for the game. But, Minnesota's a tough team to play against for sure. They do it as a whole, and Kaprizov is their leader. But if he's out, that's definitely a big piece that they're missing. So they definitely got to take advantage of that for sure.
Yep. And Carolina needs to play heavy once again. Minnesota is a big team. They will play heavy, especially without Kaprizov. They're not going to get the offensive punch, so they're going to have to beat you up first to do it. Watch out for them trying to do that. Carolina needs to respond the same way they did against Florida. Punch them back in the mouth. Don't take no for an answer. And play with that edge that we just saw, and we're going to be perfectly fine. Dad, great point. Gustavsson has a .924 save percentage right now, 17, 6, and 3. I expect to see him. On the other end, Pyotr Kochetkov, I fully expect to get him to get the nod in this one, and Tokarski to go in Sunday's game against Pittsburgh. But the biggest thing, and the final point I'm going to leave you on, neutral zone is the most important zone. That's going to be my new saying. So, as we always say, let's go Canes.